An idea was born in a late-night meeting. A possibility was considered of sharing the mission of San Gabriel Academy with a community. A desire to tell the story of Christ's birth began to take hold. A hope that visitors would be blessed created excitement, and a love for Christ was at the center of it all.
This is my 23rd year at San Gabriel Academy, and 21 of those years were spent in a classroom teaching. And I remember being asked in 2007, I think it was in September, shortly after school started that year. We were in a strategic planning committee and talking about how we could get the community on our campus. And I had put on some programs on the field, but I kept my mouth shut. And eventually, though, it got around to, let's have something like this Journey to Bethlehem that some states have. I wonder if we could do that. And then they looked at me and said, Bonnie, do you think you could make that happen? And I said, well, I'll try.
After looking at the campus soccer field and envisioning what might be, a sketch was drawn, a plan was devised, and the idea became a reality.
We talk about serving others, growing in Christ, and aspiring to excellence. And Journey to Bethlehem helps us to do all of those things. It's a way for the students to get involved, for the teachers, outside of the classroom, something that we don't do every single day, in a different way, in a special way. It allows our alumni, our community members to come in and help out as well. And so one of the things that we want to do, a vision of our school, is to bring the community on campus, let them know what we're doing, showcase our students. And Journey to Bethlehem is a great experience in that way, in that it brings in about 5,000 people every single year. And they come and see in the students the preparation that takes place, the fact that we're able to get our message out of what we believe, that the students are able to showcase their talents and the art that they helped to produce in the acting or in the still scenes, and helping direct. All of these things help to show our mission of who we are and what we do.
The people who put this on, the students, the parents, the teachers, the faculty and staff, when we start off, we're just regular people. During Journey to Bethlehem, we are artists, we are seamstresses, we're builders, carpenters, people who carry things, set designers, makeup artists. It's amazing the things that we can do when we put our minds to it.
And so it began. Countless weeks of planning and preparation, long hours of construction and setup, abundant generosity of those who shared the vision, students, parents, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, community.
And if you come in here, this is all stuff we had inside the containers, but we pulled it out to put it closer. So when the 29th of November comes, that first Sunday, we just take it out and we start building. Like these are the heaters, the propane heaters. I got 9 of them, I gotta buy another 6. Then every container here has a bunch of lights for the path, for the trees, for the scenes.
The first memory I had was back when I was in 7th grade. I saw the principal's wife, and in that room that she was in, there was a bunch of people changing, getting ready. The costumes, they were magnificent. You just see normal students changing into costumes that bring you back to the past. It was amazing.
I've been involved in Journey to Bethlehem since my freshman year, so about 3 years. And my freshman year, I was a wise man. I had to have the makeup, and I had a beard and bushy eyebrows. It was so funny. And sophomore year and my junior year, I was involved with chorale and with the music department.
Some people associate me as being the name behind the event, and I'm not. It's everybody I'm associated with. It's the people who do without being asked the wardrobe, people who get the makeup, people who pitch in to move chairs, the people who build the marketplace and set up the scenes, the people who have the eye to know exactly what's going to look good, exactly how the scenes are going to look. I never cease to be stunned by the talent that surrounds me. Cable is our art designer. I'm amazed at his concepts and the way he not only comes up with the concepts, but makes them happen. Jesse, I don't know how he works such long hours with a smile on his face. Paul Negretti is the administrator who supports us in this whole process and rolls up his sleeves to work as well. Jay Del Pozo, who believes in this and helps us find funding for it. And every single student and faculty member and staff who steps up now without even being asked and says, "What can I do?"
The artwork itself, some of the sketches I would do, and then I'd have the students go and paint, and sometimes they didn't go the direction that I thought it was, so we would repaint the next day, and sometimes that still wasn't it, so then we'd repaint again. So there was many times that we had to redo a few scenes, but I really think that the students, they learn from it. I learned a lot from it. Working with different mediums is new to some people. It was new to me as well. Working with the foam for making fake rocks, and that's trying to plan how do you make your program, your whatever, look as real as possible, yet thinking about storage. Where are we going to store this? How are we going to make it so we can store it? So it was almost like making a tiny little movie set, I guess you could say. That was our thoughts behind it. Like, let's think of storage, and let's also think of how can we make this as real as possible.
As you can see, all these racks that are displayed here is the wardrobe of what's used in Journey. With the help of Mrs. Yeton and some students and a lot of parents like Mrs. Negrete and some teachers, Lizelle, you'll find a lot of these costumes were made for the kings and the Romans or the soldiers. The little sheep that the kids use, at the major. But a lot of this stuff has been designed by Miss Yeton, and it's a lot of hard work. She's a lot of hours she put in to this. That's like another example of, how the unity of the school is. Everybody puts a piece. And it all comes together at the end. Everybody does their part, and it all works out.
And so I just saw that the field was setting up, people were going crazy,
people gave so much time. I was very confused. And all of a sudden they asked me to participate. As a little fourth grader, I was so excited. I was like, of course. So I became one of the little lambs and I got to participate. And now that I'm a senior, I've gone to grow up with this tradition with Journey that I grew up and I sing 8 years of it. And the first things that come up to my mind about Journey is service, family, and Christ. I think about all the things and all the time that people have put in and all the effort that the school, the staff, and so many people just come and to see this whole event. I see the whole event and it's just so exciting.
During the Journey to Bethlehem weekend, I'm in charge of makeup, and we make up about 60 to 70 characters every night. We help them, after they put their costume on, we'll make them up and just kind of shade and contour and help them be a little bit more a part of the scene. And then afterwards, you know, we come around and we touch up at different times in the night.
Guests would make their way around a pathway of lights along colorful scenes of history, through a crowded marketplace, and finally to the place where life was given to the Savior of the world. The culmination would be a musical celebration of Christmas and the gift of Christ.
That last week, right before the Journey to Bethlehem, is perhaps the heaviest. It's hours upon hours of work. The great thing is we have all our teachers. All our teachers come in. They're going to help us. We're going to be here several nights, way past midnight, into the early hours of the next morning, and then come back into school. But it's 1 week, and I think people are happy to do it. They're excited. Students are going to contribute throughout the day as they have either a free period or lunchtime or after school, however they can. And it's really something that brings the community of SGA together. And we're going to work together, we're going to finish it, and students get excited, and we have alumni that always say we look forward to. The one thing we're going to come back to see is the Journey to Bethlehem.
What I enjoy most about Journey to Bethlehem is, for me, the music program. It's such a big part of this Journey to Bethlehem experience, and it just impacts my heart and brings us closer to this Christmas celebration. With the exception of my piano class, all of my other groups perform at the Journey to Bethlehem program. The SGA choir, and they also join the chorale in a few numbers, my SGA bell choir, and some of my groups like the SGA octet. Since Journey to Bethlehem has started here at San Gabriel Academy, many alumni have come back. Approximately over 100 of them have come back to participate and be part of our Journey to Bethlehem musical program.
And I was a little kid, so I couldn't really understand what this meant. But I just remember a bunch of hay everywhere in the beginning. And I just was playing with the hay, and I loved playing with the hay. I don't know, I was just a kid, I didn't know what to do about it. But once I saw the lights, I was like, oh, okay, you know, like it looked really nice. And then the plants, and then when the animals came, oh, I love the animals, because, you know, I loved playing with animals when I was a kid. And I just loved how it looked like a forest. Like, I'm used to seeing this boring SGA field, and then it just turned into a forest. Like, that was like it's just the best experience I've seen at the time.
We have live animals. We have llamas, alpacas, sheep, goats, chickens, ducks. We had some pigs one time, but they tried to escape.
My name is Andrew Carpenter. I'm the religion teacher here at San Gabriel Academy. And when it comes to Journey, we do a little bit of everything. I set up lights, I build sets, and then while the program is going on, I help manage what's happening out on the stage. When the kids are back there, I tell them when to go up, when to come back, what things need to be moved around, and orchestrate what's happening during the program. And Journey to Bethlehem is really a group effort. The staff are involved with helping set up and getting the things rolling. The students are involved in practicing and in building the set sometimes, setting up lights. And then we have a lot of community members that come in. They donate for different things that are taking place. They help man the entryway. They're in the marketplace. And so I think it's a great opportunity for the community, for the students, and for the faculty to come together and show the mission of San Gabriel Academy.
One of the things that I really love about Journey to Bethlehem every time that it comes is just how the Bible really comes to life at our campus, and people come to see just the Bible coming to life always. The most fun about the preparation is probably just after school helping out set up all the things, because like it's hard work, but really you see the results when it all comes together.
So my role for Journey to Bethlehem is to be in charge of acquisition. So if there's anything that we need, for example, if we need any book lights or if we need any gloves for the participants who might be cold that evening, I go out and do a lot of shopping, which is a lot of fun. I also help with costuming. So I help Faith Yetin with sewing. We've spent hours and hours and hours sewing costumes for the characters of Journey, and we also dress the characters the nights of the performances. I sometimes help out with makeup. We, here at the school, we all chip in however we can. We help with the cleanup afterwards. We do whatever is needed. We all work together as a team.
As a traveler on the journey to Bethlehem, you are welcomed onto the campus of San Gabriel Academy and are assigned to a trustworthy and experienced guide who remains by your side throughout your travels. You were given a census card and a small bag of coins for the census taker, the tax collector, and refreshments in the marketplace. This guided outdoor journey allows you to experience the sights and sounds of what it might have been like to travel on the road to Bethlehem at the time of Christ's birth.
What I do as a guide is that I have to take a group of people and take them through the journey. I talk to them, I tell them what we're doing, what it's about. There's animals all over the place, so it's really cool and fun. And what I enjoy the most is seeing the people smiling and learning and seeing. I enjoy that. When I see the little kids and they look at the animals and they're amazed, it brings me happiness. And at the end of the tour guide, at the very end, I tell them goodbye and hope to see you guys soon.
One of the things that we've seen over the years is that the attendance has grown exponentially. I'm not sure how many people came last year, but I'm believing in a couple of thousands. And I'm sure that most of those are not only families from the students, but are people from the community. I know that flyers are given all over the place. We invite our neighbors, and they, in San Gabriel, and I'm sure that the city knows what is happening in San Gabriel Academy every year when Journey to Bethlehem time comes. And I'm sure that what they come and experience every time they attend this program, it's a blessing.
I'm a teacher here at SGA, and this is my 4th year being involved with the Journey to Bethlehem. This year, I'm a narrator at the very first scene. In other years past, I've been narrators also at the last scene, and I've also been a tour guide. But this journey to Bethlehem has been a blessing for me. A lot of other Christmassy sort of events, they have an opportunity, to celebrate Christmas. But one of the things that we do here at SGA through the Journey to Bethlehem is to try to show them Christ through our path, through the things that we say, especially tour guides. Tour guides have a really special role because they have an opportunity to talk more about the significance of each of the scenes and to show them a little bit more about God's character.
When the visitors have come to the end of their journey on our path, we invite them to continue their journey in getting to know Christ at our spring production of Refreshments. We also have a musical program in a light-covered amphitheater outdoors where they'll hear music presented by alumni, students of San Gabriel Academy groups here, and also former faculty members and just friends of our community.
An idea born in heaven. A possibility that humanity could be restored. A desire to rescue man from sin. A hope that God's love would be shared around the world. And Christ's love was at the center of it all.